Hello, all of you. Here we begin with the second class for final accounts. Final accounts of sole proprietorship. Yesterday, I started the class with some alert point which you have to keep in mind while you prepare the final accounts, trading P&L and balance sheet. You should be able to differentiate between capital and revenue expenditure. Because if you debit in expense or if you debit in asset, the final accounts will tally. So that is important. Second thing is, apart from the capital revenue, you should know the matching and accrual rules. 12 months, all the income and expense should go in the P&L account. If I have paid 11 months salary, March month I am going to pay on 4th of April. Still in March month, generally salary to bank. But if I have not paid salary to outstanding salary. So yesterday, we have just seen how to prepare the trading account and the P&L account. The core business related items, they come in the trading account, your opening stock, closing stock, purchase, sale. When I say purchase, it is purchase minus purchase return minus goods given for sample, goods withdrawn by proprietor, all. When I say sales, it is cash sales, credit sales, minus sales return, all net karke. And when you purchase, whatever expenditure you incur, freight, cartage, and unloading, loading, all that you have to take in trading account. Related to sales, when you sell also, you load the goods in the trolley and you incur some freight outward, transport, and all that will come in the P&L account. Wages will come in the trading account. Salaries will come in the P&L. Ma'am, kya farak padta hai? Instead of P&L, if you write trading, finally net profit is going to same. You will come out of exam center smiling, ma'am, my balance sheet tallied. So let me tell you, everything in accounts is between debit and credit. Tally to hona hi hai, right? But you have to be careful, okay? That you do it perfectly. Let us revise and then today we will take up. Acha, tell me one thing. I told you one thing, 1 minute. Before I continue with this, 1 second. As we continue with this, one thing very important I want to discuss is in exam, they are asking you journal entries in final accounts. So you know how to close the purchase return account. What is purchase ka nature kya hai? Debit. Purchase return credit. Now you have to close purchase return. So debit the purchase return, credit the purchase. Are you getting? So like this, how to pass the closing entries, trading account debit to opening stock to purchase to wages, sales and closing stock debit to trading account, then GP, trading account debit, P&L credit. So like this, how you will pass journal entries, that also make sure you all check it. एक बार check करते हैं हम कल कहाँ थे. We have done till which problem? Till the P&L account we have done, and I gave one problem as homework also. Okay. As we go ahead, check this format of the trading account. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Closing stock, if it is, I did one tricky problem yesterday from the study material. Closing stock, if it is given in adjustment, one effect in the trading account, another effect in balance sheet. If it is given in the trial balance, then अगर ट्रायल बैलेंस में ही क्लोजिंग स्टॉक दिया है, in that case already closing stock to purchase or trading account is done. Purchase में से minus करके already it is done. Only give one effect in the balance sheet. What I am discussing, I have already discussed it in one point. Here it is. If the closing style appears outside trial balance, give two effects. Closing stock to be disclosed to credit side of trading account and asset side of the balance sheet. If the closing stock, the trial balance appears inside, then no need to take it in the trading account. Directly take it on the asset side of the balance sheet. All clear? Right. Now, so this is all about trading account. Look at the format. Opening stock, purchase this minus all this, sales and all on this side. Then look at the P&L account. GP, commission, rent, all this side, all traveling expense and all. I hope you all have done till 4th problem with me, yesterday. So we have to do fifth problem. Fifth problem I gave as homework. I asked you to prepare the P&L account. Only you have to prepare the P&L account. GP on the credit side. कितना है आंसर आपको? 5 minutes I have given the homework. 5 minutes. आपने किया घर में. There's some reason. No, so many years I teach the students. अरे मैम बड़े हो गए. स्कूल में थोड़ी है, इंटर में थोड़ी है. होमवर्क क्या चीज है? होमवर्क ही है. Spare 5-10 minutes, dear students. Do the homework. You will come to know how confident, वो genuine confidence आएगा आपको अंदर से कि I am able to do it. Take one more day's time if you have not done and write down the answer. If you are not getting, you tell me. Net profit is coming to 43,000. GP right on credit side, salaries on debit side, discount credit, this discount debit, bad debt debit, depreciation debit, legal expense debit, consultancy fees debit, audit fees debit, electricity debit, postage debit, stationery debit, interest paid debit. So like this, if you write in a proper format, you will get the net profit 43,000. लिख के रखो. Right? So now we know how to prepare trading P&L. Next is actually the balance sheet, but I am taking something extra here now. Sixth problem I am doing in class, and what it says, balance sheet of Raja Traders is given to you. This is the balance sheet of 31st March 21. Okay. And now they have asked you to write opening entry. These all closing balance of last year will be the opening balance, no, of this year. So how will you write the opening entry? Let us check it now. Opening entry, already we have done this in journal entries also. If you recollect your subsidiary book, keep patience. These 2-3 classes are like base building class. एक बार आपको आ जाएगा opening entries or closing entries or adjustments, then we can directly start the class with the problems also. No problem. ठीक है? I hope you are getting what is opening entry. Just you have to write the opening entry in the form of the journal entry as it is. Just bring it together. Right. Problem number 6 we are doing now in notebook. Anyone is having any doubt in yesterday's class? Look at the screen. ये सब हमने कल किया था. I showed you how to write the closing entries, the journal entries, and the P&L account and all. ठीक है? So let us start the second class now in your notebook by writing opening journal entry. You know, you have to, last year's closing balance, you have to bring now as opening. So what entry we will write? Opening journal entry. Asset side से शुरू करेंगे. Last year's closing and this year's opening. So fixed assets we are bringing 125,600. Inventories, problem number 6. Sorry, I missed it. Problem number 6. 5, you do it now. It's your responsibility, dear students. If you are not getting the answer, you tell me. Inventories 206400. Now trade receivables में provision for bad and doubtful debt is there. So never write the data as net. Write the data as gross. What do you mean by gross data? Gross data 1,88,000. I hope you all are getting. 2 minutes. I'll show you. Because for partnership also it is very important. Look at the screen. Yeah. Are you all with me? Data is 188. Provision is there 181. Don't bring data. Data is 188. Provision for doubtful debt is actually liability. Just to present, we reduce it from asset. Yes? Right. So let us bring it all here. Data को gross लेके आओ 188. Cash 36,200. Leave one line on the debit side. Are you all able to take down this? On the credit side, first item you write down trade payables. Trade payables are like creditors. Trade payables are like creditors. 2,40,000. Next we have bank overdraft. No, we have overdrawn our bank account. Oh, sorry. Trade payables are 1,64,000. Bank overdraft is 146. Then to provision for doubtful debts. Provision for doubtful debts. To capital account. How much is the capital? 2,40,000. Check and ask me if you have any doubt. Fixed assets, inventories, data, cash, trade payables, bank overdraft, provision, and capital. Okay. Is opening journal entry clear? All assets you bring, all liabilities you bring, data and all bring gross, and then balancing figure you put it in capital. Finish. 5 marks question is over. This is the way many times they are asking you. Just write the opening journal entry and you should be able to write it. Okay? Sure. Let us take up the next question now. Before that, we will learn now how to make the balance sheet. Everyone in the class is clear with the trading and P&L account. Trading account is also called as above the line. P&L is called as below the line. And now we have the balance sheet. Okay. So balance sheet. I told you balance sheet is showing the financial position. As on 31st March, what is my asset? What are my data? What is my liability? What is my capital? Balance sheet is a statement. Balance sheet is a statement and not an account. It has no debit or credit side. It has asset and liabilities. Yes. We make the balance sheet and we write here liability, we write here asset. Balance sheet is prepared at a particular point of time and the information contained is true only at that particular time. It is a summary of all the balances of ledger which you carry forward. Nominal accounts so you close, income and expense. Balance sheet you will carry forward. Balances of assets and liabilities you will carry forward through balance sheet. So we were saying that balance sheet is just showing the financial position as on a particular day. It may change the very next day. The balances of data, creditors may change. Okay? So why do we prepare balance sheet? To know what is the financial position. And when we talk about assets and liabilities, we categorize the assets. Some of you may be listening to these terms for the first time. Just some 5 minutes of concept and we'll start the problems. Current assets. Current assets are those assets which you will convert in cash within a very short span of time, say 1 year. Like your data, you sell the goods, you allow 3 months time, payment aa jata hai. Fir you sell. So your data, your stock, you buy, sell, you buy. So your stock, your data, your bank, these are the liquid assets or the current assets which are going to be encashed easily. And what are fixed assets? Which you use for long term for your business, like plant and machinery, furniture, you are using for long term to do business. You are not buying to sell. I have not purchased this laptop, this camera, these lights for buying and selling. I am a teacher, I am a professional. So when I take my classes, I'm going to use it for long-term purpose. Is this clear to all of you? Right? Yeah. Now, those are meant to be used for long period. Intangible assets which cannot be seen, like if you buy a branded software Tally for your business, it comes for 30,000-40,000. But it comes in a DVD and nowadays a pen drive and all. So you can't see it, but then it's an asset, right? Liabilities to outsider, your current liability, that is your creditors, your payment to your employees and all, and long-term liability. Can you take a long-term loan from the bank for 10 years, 15 years, like that? So how will you present the items in the balance sheet? Asset side, we will start with fixed assets, goodwill, land, building, all. Then investment. Can we invest in the shares, debentures, properties outside? Yes. Then we have current assets, stock, accrued income. Accrued income is income which is due but not received. I will discuss this in adjustments. Prepaid expenses. Next year's expense also you have paid now. So you can't take it in P&L account. P&L account stop. Only 12 months expense should go. But I have to pay 14 months rent. So 2 months rent is your asset. You have paid in advance. Data, bills receivable, cash in hand, cash at bank. This side, opening capital, add net profit or net loss, less drawings, long-term liabilities, current liabilities, income received in advance. Suppose you pay me inter and final fees, ma'am, पूरा आपसे ही पढ़ेंगे, आप रखो. So am I going to take everything in my income? No, I am giving you foundation coaching. Remaining what you have paid is like income received in advance. It's a credit. Bank account debit to student. But only thing in income will go is 12 months income. Then we have creditors, outstanding and so on and total. Balance sheet total should tally. See, bank balance will come on this side. But if it is overdraft, it will come on this side. Okay? Right. Chalo. Let us check now. Next problem, 7th problem. Trial balance is given to you. Tallied trial balance is given to you. Closing stock is given. And they have asked you to prepare trading and P&L. Actually, they have asked you to prepare trading P&L, but if you see capital, inventory, ये वो सब दिया है. So shall we do one thing? Trading P&L पूछा है ना, हम बैलेंस शीट भी बना लेते हैं. Format clear है बैलेंस शीट का? Yes? Then we can definitely prepare the balance sheet. I hope you all are getting what is the data. Trial balance is given to you. Did we also learn earlier how to prepare the trial balance? Yes. So after the trial balance, the next thing is the final accounts. So let us prepare the final accounts then. Chalo, full page, particulars and amount, particulars and amount. And you know, many students, while I go in the class, no, I give the problem and I go till the last bench, I have observed, नहीं मैम हम पहले पूरा ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट बनाएंगे, फिर you are wasting time. First item, if it is capital, go and write in the balance sheet. Second item, discount received, P&L credit side. Format clear hai? Third item, opening stock, trading account debit side. So what I want to say is, if you know the format of the trading account, the P&L account and balance sheet, can you prepare everything in a together way? Jo jahan aega likhte jao. Read the problem in such a way that you don't have to read it again. You don't have to go where, now I'm preparing balance sheet. Wo kitna tha depreciation? That time only you give two effect, one in the P&L account, another minus asset. So with this, let us do full-fledged problem now. The full-fledged problem now and problem number 7. Problem number 7. Yeah. Final accounts we are preparing. In the books of W. Starting with what? Trading account. शुरुआत किससे करेंगे? Trading account. If you want, you can write now journal entries. अगर required है तो मुझे बोलो. Trading account आपने लिख दिया. P&L account. Balance sheet. Trading account, P&L account and balance sheet. Draw the format on full page, particulars amount, particulars amount. All right, chalo. I hope you are comfortable making trading P&L balance sheet at a time. At a time we will make it. ठीक है? Right. So let us start with the first item they have given. I am reading out loudly so that you can also interpret with me. When I am reading, you read. When I am explaining, you listen. And when I am writing, you also write. First item I am reading is capital 10 lakhs. So I'll write opening capital 10 lakhs in the inner column. Now we have inventory. In the trial balance, if inventory is given, it's opening stock. Who said so? Because closing inventory is given below. So to opening stock, opening inventory, 2 lakh. Now cash. Cash in hand is 1,44,000. Machinery is 7,36,000. When I write purchase, immediately I am looking, is there purchase written? Then I will write purchase in the inner column, but there is nothing. So I will write purchase directly outside. Purchase I will write directly outside. 18,20,000. Wages. Salaries. Where will salaries come below the line? In the profit and loss account. 10 lakhs. Next, discount allowed is our expense. We will write it on the debit side. Discount allowed, we will write on the debit side. 50,000. Discount received will come on the credit side, but first place is fixed, GP. Then we will write the discount received. 30,000. Discount received 30,000. Office expenses 6 lakh. Sales 50 lakhs. Sales will come on the trading account credit side. Sum owing to customer, that is datas. I am checking, is there provision? If yes, I'll write datas in inner column. No, then I'll write it outside. Creditors, I'll write it here. Closing stock, it is given below the trial balance, so to effect. One is it's an asset. So you should write it here. Closing stock. 2,70,000. And in trading account, credit side. Closing stock, 2,70,000. I have not maintained that format in the balance sheet. Assets, fixed assets, super, then investment, then current asset. If you can maintain, fine. If you are lacking time, simple banado because this is proprietors. When I'll teach in Inter, no, company ka balance sheet mein, so you have to follow the format. So sales, closing stock, opening, purchase, wages. All done? Yes? Chalo. Now calculate what is gross profit, GP. And write the totals also on both the sides. 52,70,000. 52,70,000. Yes, GP is 22,50,000. 22,50,000 is the GP. 22,50,000 is the GP. 22,80,000. 22,80,000. How much is the net profit you all are getting? Calculate fast. It's an easy sum. Any doubt you have, asked, ma'am, why did you write this? Where did you write? Net profit is coming 6,30,000. Can we transfer this profit to the capital account of the proprietor? Net profit. अगर drawings रहता तो we would have done minus here. अगर drawings रहता तो. Right now, what is the closing capital you are getting? 16,30,000. 16,30,000. And balance sheet total is coming how much? 20 lakhs. ऐसे नहीं, one side या two side? दोनों side check करो how much you all are getting balance sheet total. 20 lakhs. See, 10 minutes we completed this problem, dear students. Everyone has finished. Anywhere you are lacking behind, you want me to scroll up, down? पूछो, clear करो. समझ में आया? This is preparing the final accounts without adjustments. कोई adjustments नहीं कर रहे हैं हम. Preparing the final accounts without adjustments. See, trading account, then P&L account, and then balance sheet. Nice, clear to all of you? So now we know how to prepare the trading account, which will give you the gross profit, then the P&L account, which will give you the net profit. That net profit you add in capital minus the drawings if there are any, and then you can complete your balance sheet. Okay? So once you know this, we have learned how to prepare the final accounts without adjustments. So now we are ready to go. If some adjustments are there, how we will do? Each and every adjustment first let us study separately with example. And you know the pumping heart of final accounts at foundation level is provision for doubtful debts, bad debts, provision for discount on data. I'll teach you all the adjustments, but these are the most important ones. All right. Yes, this is one more problem where you are just preparing the balance sheet. You're just preparing the balance sheet and there are no adjustments here. Okay, two more problem I have given. Even here, if you check, 1 second. Net profit is given ready to you. You just have to prepare the balance sheet. That's simple. Preferably write the land, building, all that on the upside and remaining on the downside. Right. एक और बनाते हैं सिर्फ बैलेंस शीट. It will be nice practice for all of us. 8 problem. चलो. Before we go to adjustments, let us do 8 problem also in class now. Read the problem. Plant and machinery, furniture, prepaid expenses. Did you all understand? Prepaid expense क्या है और ये और clear होगा. Today only I am going to explain you more adjustments. So in that adjustments it will be more clear. But in this problem they have given, if you see the right hand side, that last item. So they have given you the trial balance, they have given you the net profit. That means one thing is clear, that we are not going to prepare the trading and P&L. This is just a problem for you to learn how to prepare the balance sheet. Okay? So nothing even, let us do it liquidity pe basis pe liye to current assets we write first. Right now we will write the balance sheet asset sides. Fixed assets है, investments भी है, current assets भी है. चलो कुछ अच्छे format के साथ we will do 8 problem now in class. 8 problem now in class. Make the format of the balance sheet 8 problem and write down balance sheet is always as at balance sheet of X, Mr. X, as at 31st of March 2018. Just you have to prepare the balance sheet. Ma'am, so many items will come. No, this is for practice. So here extra items are there. We will post everything in the balance sheet. 8 problem. 8 problem. Right. First, we will start with the left hand side. Plant and machinery is given. So we will write the heading here. Fixed assets. आप लोग भी सब लिखो. Fixed assets. In fixed assets, first item it will come as plant and machinery. 1 lakh. Fixed assets में plant and machinery 1 lakh. Next is prepaid expense. तो क्या करना है? Fixed assets में leave 4-5 lines and you have investment also. Leave 1 or 2 lines and then write down heading current assets, which you are going to liquidate within 1 year. So prepaid expense is like next year's expense paid. Again, next year it will become opening prepaid. So prepaid expense is expense paid in advance. It's a current asset. Prepaid expense is a current asset. Income received in advance. Income. Are you all reading with me? Understand these terms. If you receive income in advance, it should come on the liability side. Income received in advance. It will come on the liability side. So liability side, can we start writing capital first? Leave 5-6 line. Long-term liabilities. Leave 1 or 2 line. Current liabilities. And in current liabilities, first item you write down income received in advance. Next year's income, if it is received in advance, you write it on the liability side. Bills payable. Bills payable are related to what? Your creditors. It will also come here. Next is datas. On the asset side. Current assets में आएगा. Is my speed fine? You are able to interpret and write with me. If you can message, I'll come to know. Datas is a current assets, you liquidate easily. Bank overdraft is like a liability. You have withdrawn more than the balance you have in bank. Long-term loan, 1 lakh. Long-term liability mein loan from bank. You can write if you want. Loan from bank, 1 lakh. Capital, 2 lakhs. Land. Land is a fixed asset. I hope you are getting the mindset. Ma'am, yesterday you asked us to stand at one place and park. Guest here, press reporter here, students here. Bas park hi to karna hai. Land, it's an asset. So write it there. Then on the same side, drawings. Capital में से minus होगा. Drawings. Please write it in inner column. The main balance, we will write it in the outer column. This balance sheet format same is there in inter and final also. तो कुछ भी डाउट है तो पूछो, अच्छे से पूछ करना है आपको. Drawings is 10,000. Cash in hand will come in the current assets. Cash in hand. Income tax paid. Star market, it's a new item for all of you. Income tax paid is a personal expense. It's not only on your business income you pay income tax. Even your other salary income, rental income, other incomes also you pay. So income tax is to be treated like drawings. Capital में से minus होगा. I must have covered it in adjustment. If not, I'll give you a booster notes. Income tax is always debited in the capital as drawings. Some students, they take income tax in P&L. The profit कम हो गया था, ma'am, final effect the same है, presentation will go wrong. Income tax is not a business related expense, so it will not come here. ठीक है? चलो, asset side first item is furniture, 20,000. Now you have accrued income or income receivable or outstanding. All names are same. Accrued income is income which is due but not received. So it's your asset now. Yes. Accrued income means fees receivable from student to student. You have not yet paid, but it is receivable for me. So accrued income is an asset. It's an asset, accrued income. Outstanding expense is a liability. Outstanding expense is a liability. Bills receivable. 2,000. Current assets, bills receivable, debtors. Creditors is a liability. They are also called as trade payables. Investment in shares, 10,000. Closing stock, 85,000. Building, 1 lakh. Building is 1 lakh. Goodwill. In fixed assets, there are some tangibles, some intangibles. You can write it together. If not, goodwill को सबसे पहले लिखना चाहिए generally. ठीक है? Goodwill. You must be saying, ma'am, goodwill कैसे होगा? So suppose I purchase your branded store. Now, because I purchased your branded store, I'm getting ready customers because you have built up goodwill over years. So that I paid you extra. Brand के लिए I paid you extra. Brand की value calculate की जाती है. And according to that, we have different methods how to value the goodwill. So goodwill, when you calculate in and pay, it is like my asset, but it's intangible. It cannot be seen. Then we have net profit added in the capital, net profit plus. And last item is cash in bank. Cash in hand तो ऊपर ही हो गया था 19,000. Over. We have just prepared a beautiful balance sheet with all the details of which item will come where. Ma'am, so many items will come in final exam. No, dear students. पहले capital का total करो, balance sheet का total करो and ask doubts. Till I come, I want answers in chat box. What is the total of your balance sheet and you have followed or not? Otherwise, I cannot go to adjustments. Yes, what is the total? Tell me. Yes. What is the total of the balance sheet you have got? Asset side. It's my way of doing from asset side. कोई ऐसा thumb rule नहीं है. You can do it from any side as you wish. ठीक है? Yes. Balance sheet total is 4,64,000. Let us check if liability side it is telling. Here 2 lakh minus 60,000 minus 10,000 minus 1,000. So 2 lakh minus 11,000 plus 60,000. So capital is only coming in the outer column. Closing capital is coming 249. Write down the total, please. 2,49,000. See, now the problems are huge. And this is not a face-to-face board कि मैं अगर balance sheet में हूँ और आप वहां से trading account copy कर रहे हो. So you will have to do it with me. If you want, I'll go still slow. I hope clear to all of you. 249 plus 1 lakh plus 2,000 plus 3,000 plus 10,000 plus 1,000 and 99,000. 4,64,000 is the exact total you're getting on both the sides and it is tallying. Yes. 4,64,000. Anyone in the class who has not completed, check from the screen. Balance sheet total you should write same in the exam on both the sides. Worst case, as a teacher, I should not say, but honestly, I'm saying one thing. Sometimes it so happens we are confident that asset side is total is correct, but liability nahi tally ho raha hai, nahi ho raha hai, and we are running short of time. Whichever side you feel correct, that total only you write both sides. Don't write and come different totals in the exam. Okay? So now we have finished with this problem for balance sheet. We have learned how to prepare combine, how to prepare separate, and I'm again saying problems are huge. Abhi I'll do adjustment with small problems. Concept gripping problem के साथ एक adjustment करेंगे, पर बाद में when I do final accounts, you'll have to do it with me. Ninth problem is homework for all of you today. Ninth problem is homework. You just have to prepare balance sheet. If you want, I can discuss. Capital will come on the liability side, land and building, asset, loan on the liability, loan from this on the liability, receivables, cash, stock, all these are assets. But bifurcate and write in the form of the fixed assets and the current assets. Furniture, trade payables liability में आएगा, advances to suppliers debit, net profit credit, drawings debit, capital में से minus होगा, and net profit already given, you have to just add it in the capital. ठीक है, right? So your balance sheet total, see, only change if you can see that some smart work I'm saying. Ma'am, all this will come on the credit, all this will come on the debit except drawings जो है ना वो capital में से minus हो जाएगा. So your balance sheet total will come 16,40,000. Write and keep with you. Balance sheet total will come 16,40,000. लिख के रखो. And as I start class tomorrow, I will ask you, do you have any doubts in the homework? Only one homework I am giving you right now. See, final accounts में you need this practice. तो उसके लिए we are doing this. ये करना है, आप सबको practice करना पड़ेगा. Balance sheet total is 16,40,000. I hope you have written this answer also. Yesterday's answer, fifth one. Just only GP is also given to you. You just had to prepare the P&L account. And net profit you are getting. Sure. Let us start now with the pumping heart, you can say, for final accounts, and that are adjustments. एक adjustment समझ के करो, and below the trial balance, whatever adjustments are given, you have to give double effect. Okay? 2 effects you have to give. So when you give 2 effects, where to give the effect, how to give, one concept I am taking for all of you. So make sure you practice these problems with me very thoroughly. These are all concept gripping problems. When we do one final account with 5-6 adjustments, that time analysis में दिमाग नहीं जाना चाहिए फिर. 1 second. Okay, so the first adjustment is for closing stock. Closing stock account debit to trading account. Write it on the credit side of the trading account and debit side current assets. If closing stock is given in the trial balance, no adjustment entry is required to be passed since it has already been recorded in the adjusted purchases, and then closing stock that will appear in the balance sheet in current assets only. So 2 effect, trading and balance sheet. 1 effect only in the balance sheet. Clear to all of you? Right. Like they have given this example. Closing stock is 10,000, appears outside the trial balance. Accounts are to be closed, pass adjustment entry and show how it will appear. 1 concept, 1 adjustments we are doing right now. Go to your notebooks and write now write down the way I am writing. Adjustments below the trial balance. Adjustments below the trial balance. Put a dash, write down, give 2 effect. Below the trial balance, you give 2 effect. Adjustment below the trial balance, give 2 effect. Adjustments given in trial balance, जैसे closing stock. Trial balance में दे दिया, that means that entry is already passed. Give 1 effect. Clear? Adjustments below the trial balance, give 2 effect. Adjustments, if it is given in the trial balance, give 1 effect. Next. Yeah. Check the problem then with me. Yeah, we will do it in writing right now. अभी करते हैं, साथ में करेंगे. Problem number 10. 1 second. Problem number 10 we are doing. They have said that closing stock is given below the trial balance. Closing stock given below trial balance. Write down all of you. If closing stock is given below the trial balance, what entry you will pass? Closing stock account debit. If closing stock is given below the trial balance, what entry you will pass? Closing stock account debit. Trading account credit. 10,000, 10,000. Closing stock account debit. Trading account credit. Yes. And closing stock debit will go in the asset side. If you want, you can write below or here. Asset side of the balance sheet. And trading account credit side. So these are the two effects. One credit, one debit. Option A. Now B. If closing stock is given in trial balance में closing stock दे दिया. It means, write down all of you. It means above entry is already recorded. Trading account में credit करो या purchase में credit करो, it's already recorded. It means above entry is already recorded. तब क्या करोगे? Only one effect. Write in balance sheet. One effect. Write in balance sheet. Write in the balance sheet. Clear to all of you? Yes. Is this adjustment clear? One adjustment, one concept gripping problem. इस टाइप के प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएंगे, but when we do the total problem, I don't have to pause and explain you कि one effect of trial balance कैसे दोगे और two effect आप कैसे दोगे. ठीक है? चलो. Let us go to the next adjustment. Outstanding expense. You know what is outstanding expense? It's a liability. I told you. Salary to bank. I did 11 rupees. 11 months. 12th month salary to bank I didn't do. I paid 12th month salary in April. But I have to book the expense, no? Accrual or matching rule. So salary account debit to outstanding salary, right? So adjustment entry is respective expense account debit to outstanding expense. One effect is add in the expense, whether it is in the trading account or P&L account, and outstanding expense will come in the current liability. Is this clear to all of you? And if outstanding expense is given in the trial balance only, right, then that means expense to outstanding is already passed. Then outstanding expense will be shown only in the current liability in the balance sheet and not in the income statement. I'll explain you with this example. Yeah, this is all about expense. Salary of 11 months is paid 1,10,000. Salary for March is paid, not yet paid. How will you adjust this? Super important. Listen all of you dear students. I am teaching you final accounts of proprietor, final accounts of non-trading concern. आगे जाके single entry, all chapters pumping hard till your advanced accounting, insurance and banking final account. Outstanding and prepaid के बिना तो accounts ही नहीं है, right or not? So now I will write and explain everything. If still it is not clear, you ask me. Put a line across और एक नए से शुरू करते हैं. Outstanding expense. Okay, this is for your understanding. Please write what I am writing. I am giving you some mind map. तो वो दिमाग में रहेगा तो आप गलती नहीं करोगे. When expense paid, expense to bank, कुछ भी है, salary, rent, electricity, anything, expense to bank when expense paid. When expense is due but not paid, it's due, due तो हो गया है, so you have to book it as expense, no? Matching rule. Expenses for the year should be debited in the P&L account whether paid or not. ये डायलॉग सुना है आपने? Matching rule, accrual concept. Expenses for the year should be debited in the P&L account. So 1 rupee is due but not paid. Now can I put it in the outstanding expense as a liability? ये लिखो, ये लिखने से ही clarity आएगी. When expenses are paid, expense to bank. When expenses are due but not paid, expense to outstanding expense. So with this concept, let us work out 11th problem now in class. 11th problem now in class. Okay? I'm telling you, keep this notebook. ये जो आज का जो class है ना, adjustments, it will be helpful to you anytime. And whether you take coaching in inter and final with me or not, आप कभी भी पूछ सकते हैं. Adjustments are like universal. And this is what the goodwill of the professionals. You know, salary to bank तो accountant will also do. Then what the chartered accountant will do? Sir, थोड़ा year ending में outstanding prepaid का adjustment आप बताओ ना. आप बताओ तो हम pass कर लेंगे. So this is the cream work. You know, it's like your value goodwill based work. So you should be very thorough in adjustments. Okay. So now in 11th problem, salary is already paid 1,10,000 for 11 months. So can I say per month salary is 10,000? So now for 12 months, what will you do and what will you write? Let us check up this. Pass the journal entry for the 12th month. March year ending में ना आप journal entry pass कर दो. Adjustment से related. 1 second. Yeah. Write down problem number 11th in your book and let us pass the journal entry. Problem number. What entry you will pass? Salary account debit to out. अरे सैलरी क्यों लिख रही हूँ? कोई भी एक्सपेंस ले लो ना. Why to name only salary? Generally सैलरी में रहता है इसलिए. Expense account debit to outstanding expense. Why didn't I write to bank? क्योंकि बैंक से पे नहीं हुआ है. Now expense account debit. Yes, कितना डेबिट करोगे आप? 10,000. 10,000 and outstanding expense will go to expense account debit. कहाँ करोगे? To P&L account. Write in bracket. An outstanding expense to current liabilities. Right. Please continue. 2 minutes. I'll be back. Yes. Now expense to outstanding so we have written. Now they have asked you one more thing, that pass the entry and show how it will appear. So can we just make a small P&L account? You know, we call it as abstract. Abstract means we are not making all P&L tallying. We are just seeing how this item will appear in the P&L account debit side. Expense 1,10,000. Outstanding expense 10,000. 1,20,000. Expenses 110, outstanding 10,000, 1,20,000. Balance sheet. Current liabilities. Current liabilities when you write down outstanding expense 10,000. So first effect, add it in the expense. This is 11 months. This is the 12th month and take it on the liabilities. All clear? How will you pass the journal entry expense to outstanding? And how it will appear in the P&L account? And how it will appear in the balance sheet? You know, dear students, this is so like two effects. If outstanding expenses appear in the trial balance, means what? Expenses already debited. It will come only in liability side. Write down option 2. Ma'am, ये तो आप ड्रिलिंग करा रहे तो करना है ना ड्रिलिंग. Final accounts 10 marks, problem is fixed. लिखो. Debit. If outstanding expense is given in trial balance, give only balance sheet effect. इसका मतलब this entry is already passed. Expense is already increased. Just give only the balance sheet effect. Give only the balance sheet effect. Problem number 12. उसके साथ का एडजस्टमेंट्स पहले रीड करते हैं. Yes, prepaid expense. Opposite of outstanding is prepaid. Outstanding is expense which is due but not paid. Prepaid is you paid extra. Generally, we do it in insurance. Insurance we pay for 12 months. So right now from November to 12 months. But March is the cutoff. So next year also I have paid now. Prepaid expense refer to those expenses which have been paid during the current accounting period, but the benefit of which will accrue in the subsequent period. I hope you are getting. You have paid now. So what will be the journal entry? Now you paid extra 14 months. Say. So expense credit, prepaid debit, and prepaid expenses is an asset. It will come in current assets. And respective expense में से minus कर दो. Trading में या P&L में जहाँ पे है. Prepaid expense, if it is already appearing in trial balance, no adjustment is required to be passed since these expenses have already been excluded. Such prepaid expenses will be shown as current assets in the balance sheet and not in income statement. Only one effect you will give in the balance sheet. Okay? So 12th problem, it's a very practical example. 12th one which I'm doing now, it's a very practical example. अच्छे से करो, साथ में करो. On 1/7 a fire insurance broke out and 72,000 was paid on a policy which will expire on 30. I hope all of you know that insurance is always paid for 12 months. But if I purchase the vehicle on 1st July, I can't say नहीं 31st March मेरा cut off है तब का ले लो next year का नहीं. No, I have to pay it for 12 months. So 1st July to 30th June. Did I pay for next year also in advance? April, May, June. 3 months I have paid now. So pass adjustment entry. This is like prepaid expenses. So what you will do, let us do. How this item will appear and all. and both the ways we will do. दोनों ऑप्शन के साथ करेंगे. Problem number 12 we are doing prepaid expenses. Concept of prepaid expenses. A bit is given in adjustments. ट्रायल बैलेंस के नीचे दिया है तो क्या एंट्री पास करोगे आप? लुक एट दिस 1/7/2020 to 30 June 2021. You have paid annual insurance 72,000 for 12 months. Their cutoff is 31st March 21. So 9 months to hai, July to March. 3 months next year's also you paid now. Can you debit next year's expense now? No. Who told you no? Matching rule, accrual concept. So 3 months ka kitna? You should also write the way I'm writing and draw the diagram. We are in concept learning mode now. Concept gripping problems we are doing. 72,000 is for 12 months. For 3 months, how much? Prepaid insurance is 72,000 into 3/12. 18,000. 18,000. Concept of prepaid expenses. 72,000 into 3/12. Yes. And how do I pass the journal entry? You want to reduce your expense, which is not 72,000. So prepaid expense debit. It is your current assets. इसको current assets में लेके जाएंगे. 2. Insurance expense account. What is the nature of insurance expense? Debit. Now you want to reduce less, so credit. This is your expense. Prepaid expense account debit to insurance expense. Now effect. Come to P&L account. P&L account में आ जाओ. आपका इंश्योरेंस कितना पे किया हुआ था? 72,000 माइनस प्रीपेड इंश्योरेंस 18,000. This will come now. 72,000 minus 18,000 is next year's prepaid. Right now in the P&L account only 54,000 will come in the outer column. And in balance sheet, in the current assets, we will write prepaid expense. In the balance sheet, in the current assets, we will write prepaid expense, that is 18,000. अच्छा है, क्लियर है, सबको समझ में आया? Prepaid expenses 18,000. ठीक है? Easy. Give some response. One adjustment, one problem. Prepaid पहले तो amount you should know how to calculate. Insurance is for 12 months. So cutoff is March. So July to March, 9 months to this year. 3 months is advance. So less कर दो. So in P&L take only 9 months, 54,000. 3 months you take prepaid. Next year opening prepaid, it will be adjusted in the expense account. Is prepaid expense all clear to you? And B option. If prepaid expense is given in trial balance. Trial balance में ही दे दिया. That means already you have passed. Already you have reduced your insurance expense. Then only it's coming in the trial balance. Give one effect in balance sheet, current assets. एक ही इफेक्ट दोगे आप बैलेंस शीट में, and that is current assets. Prepaid, outstanding, accrued, are these concepts clear to all of you? Right. One or two more concepts are there. Just exactly look into your watches. More than 1 hour we are in front of screen. You all also take a break and come back very quickly. We are doing more adjustments. If you have any doubt, put me a message in chat box. Yes. Are you all also back after a break? More than 1 hour continuous, we should not be in front of the screen. We'll complete all the adjustments so that, you know, we can take full-fledged problems from tomorrow. Okay. Is outstanding and prepaid expenses clear to all of you? 12th problem. Chalo. Chalo, let us take up now accrued income. Listen, accrued income to बहुत important. I want to explain orally. You all listen now. What is accrued income? You know, I will invest somewhere. I'll give loan to you. Okay. in the month of April, and you pay me interest every month. So you paid me interest on the loan till December. After that, you went to London. So you're saying, ma'am, I'll pay all the 6 months interest together in June. I said, okay, no problem. So January, February, March, you didn't pay me interest, but I have given you a loan. So income has to accrue, no? If you pay me interest, bank to interest. If you don't pay me interest, accrued interest to interest. Income to hai na? On loan 12 months income, accrual matching concept. If I receive, bank debited. If not, accrued income or income receivable debit as asset. Prepaid expense, asset. Accrued income, asset. Income received in advance, liability. You know, make these your best friends, these dialogues. So you will be very crystal clear about it. Chalo, saath mein karte hain. Look at this. If accrued income refers to income which is already earned but not received, outstanding income, income receivable also it is called. Accrued income to respective income. So income on the credit side and current assets on the debit side. ठीक है ना? Right. If accrued income is already given in the trial balance, no adjustment entry is required to be passed. Yes, such accrued income will be shown as current assets in the balance sheet only and not in the income statement. Clear? Right. So 13th problem, let us take up on 1,421, 1 lakh rupees loan. 1 lakh rupees loan is given to Ram at the rate of 12%. Now, during the year, interest was received for 11 months from April to February. Interest for March is not received. So, shall we pass the entry? Even if interest is not received, but the amount is used, no? Right? So, 13th problem, let us do it in class. First, we will write the heading. Concept of accrued income. इसके ना 2-3 नाम और हैं तो सब लिख लो. Accrued income, outstanding income, income receivable. ठीक है? Let us first calculate. Total interest on 1 lakh at the rate of 12% comes to 12,000. So only for the month of February tak you have received. 11 months interest is already received. So this is all concept. Write down. When interest is received, 11 months interest is already received. So what entry you will pass for 11 months interest received? Bank account debit to interest. Bank account debit to interest when interest is received for 11 months. When interest is accrued but not received. Interest is accrued. Accrued तो हो ही चुका है. तो क्या करोगे आप? पैसे नहीं है लेकिन accrued income account debit to interest account 1,000. March month interest is due but not received. So accrued income account debit to interest account. मिला तो बैंक टू इंटरेस्ट, नहीं मिला तो 12,000 should go in your income. Now how this will appear in the P&L account? I'm showing you how this will appear on the P&L account credit side. By interest received 11,000 plus accrued 1,000, total is 12,000. Interest received 11, accrued 1,000. Balance sheet. Balance sheet, in current assets you will have accrued income 1,000. Balance sheet में current assets में you will have accrued income 1,000. P&L में add करेंगे. Nice, clear to all of you? In P&L account, 11,000 interest is received and 1,000 is accrued. So with this journal entry, credit P&L account and P&L account, and this accrued income will go in the balance sheet asset side. Next year it will become opening accrued. Now इसमें B bit भी करो. If accrued income given in trial balance में ही दे दिया. Give one effect in balance sheet. एक ही effect देंगे, balance sheet में ही लिखेंगे. Because if it's appearing in trial balance means journal entry is passed. Accrued income to income, then only accrued income is appearing in the trial balance. So no need to add it in the income. Directly take it in the balance sheet. Nice, clear to all of you, accrued income concept. One effect, two effect. I know कभी कभी लगता है इतना सारा क्यों पढ़ना है, बट जब हम इसको अप्लाई करेंगे ना तो योर माइंड विल बी क्लियर. ओके मैम, accrued income, no, add in income take. Ma'am, accrued income is given in trial balance, no need to add it in the income, directly take it in the balance sheet. By tomorrow you have to read, understand, learn and come this. And if you're stuck up anywhere, say ma'am, can you re-explain this? I'll surely do it, no problem. Okay. So I hope this 13th problem is clear to all of you. Problem number 13th, this was. How many types of adjustments have we done? Outstanding, prepaid, accrued, income received in advance with 13 problems. Yeah, income received in advance we did, no? If income is received in advance, then reverse. Reverse it. Same thing. Income, instead of 12 months, if you have received interest for 14 months, ma'am, then I will pay in advance. Okay, you to paid me inter fees, but I will debit that income and credit to income received in advance. Income received in advance will come in the liability side and income will be debited. Same concept and same way we are going to do. Only the entry will change. Yeah. Same 14th problem we can do. 15th में दोनों साइड दिया हुआ है, लोन गिवन एंड टेकन. ठीक है, 14th करेंगे पहले. Same problem only, the data for the 14th problem is same. Just once एक बार पढ़ लेते हैं. 14th problem. On 1-2 a loan of 1 lakh was given. No, months are different. On 1-2 a loan of 1 lakh was given to Ravi for 3 months at the rate of 12%. We have given the loan. Interest was received 3 months from February to April. Cutoff is March. 1 month's interest is already received in advance. So now that you have to reverse. Right or not? If income is received in advance, you have to reverse. Chalo, we'll do problem number 14th now. Exactly opposite. Accrued income is income due ho gaya, nahi mila. And income received in advances, you have received extra income. Nikalo, debit karo. Ma'am, it's the nature of income is credit. Don't take it in the P&L account. Debit that interest account. Credit it in the liability. Next year ke liye you have received in advance. If some of you have done it in Inter, you may be feeling I'm going slow, but I'm taking as if koi science student bhi aaye na, to if you watch or if you understand these videos, you'll be able to do it. Scratch से पढ़ना है पूरा डस्टर रब करके. So let us take the concept of income received in advance. Concept of income received in advance. Problem number 14. Loan is given on 1 lakh at the rate of 12% into 3 by 12, 3 months. So 3 months interest is coming 3,000. But this is from 1st February to 30th of April. Cut off is 31st March. ऐसे ही cut off, ऐसे ही diagram draw करो. It's the best way of understanding. Cut off is March. ठीक है? Now, so 1 month out of 3 months, February and March is correct. 1 month is received in advance. Now, what is the adjustment entry you will pass? Accrued interest account debit to interest 1,000. You can write the first entry, not asked in exam, but लिख सकते हैं. First, bank to interest. You have already received 3,000 rupees interest upfront. 3,000 rupees interest upfront. ठीक है? Bank to interest is received 3,000. Then you're saying, no, ma'am, out of 3,000, only 2,000 is this year's. So reduce the interest. Array, I passed accrued interest entry. Really sorry. 1 minute. This is income received in advance. So interest account, you will debit 1,000. I'm taking all the adjustments together. No, this is a tough way of learning, but then very good. When these will come separate, you'll be crystal clear ekdam. Interest account ko debit karo 1,000 to interest received in advance. अब correct है. Current liability में लेके जाओ और P&L में से minus करना. Reduce from the income and take it in the income received in advance. How this will appear in the P&L account and balance sheet? Interest is coming as 3,000 minus income received in advance 1,000. Outer column 2,000. Balance sheet में current liability में interest received in advance 1,000. Interest received in advance 1,000. Nice, easy. Income received in advance निकाल दो, debit करो and take it, double effect, dual aspect. So debit your interest account, this जिसका nature credit है कम कर दो. So 2000 February March correctly came and 1000 take it in advance. Option B. मैम हर बार क्यों लिखा रहे, समझ में आ गया, स्पीड के लिए. Understanding the concept slowly, gathering the speed for the final exam is also necessary, Option B. If income received in advance is given in trial balance, give one effect in balance sheet. Give one effect in balance sheet. Khatam. Just one effect in balance sheet. Nice, all clear to all of you. Outstanding expense, prepaid expense. Income accrued, asset side. Income received in advance liability. These four are the pumping heart. Actually, इसी का advance part है. Prepaid expense and income and account, how you will prepare. That you will learn in non-trading concern. Why do you prepare subscription in advance? Subscription due but not received. Why you are doing that? Because that's income. Income received in advance. Next year, Reader's Digest is giving offers. If I pay 3 years subscription, 4th year is free. I'll pay all the 3 years. Will they take it in income? No. Only 1 year they will take. Remaining they will take as in subscription received in advance. Liability. Then liability debit karke next year income. Then liability like that. So these concepts you will use it in the non-trading concern also. If you have any doubt, ask me. Right. Yeah, 15 problem little extended, but it's nice. Let us do it. Following are the extracts of trial balance. 12% loan we have taken from RAM, that is 1 lakh. Now interest on 12% loan 9,000, which is wrong. 12% के हिसाब से 12,000 लोन आना चाहिए. So now in this problem you decide whether there is any outstanding or prepaid or what. One second. Yeah. You decide whether there is outstanding or prepaid expense hai ki income hai kya hai. This is an expense. We have taken loan, we have to pay 12,000 interest, but we paid only 9,000. So 3,000 can we make it due but not paid? Yes. So 15th problem, judge it and do it with me. 15th problem. Interest outstanding is equal to 1 lakh के ऊपर 12%. 9 months interest you have already paid. 3 months, 3 by 12. That is coming to 3,000. And journal entry will be interest account debit to outstanding interest account or interest payable account, just like salary debit to outstanding. So interest account debit 3,000 in the P&L account and outstanding interest in the liability, current liability. P&L account debit. Already they have given in trial balance interest is 9,000. To that I will add outstanding interest, which is due but not paid. If paid interest to bank, not paid interest to outstanding, 3,000. How much interest will come here? 12,000. How much it will come in the balance sheet and where? 3,000. कहाँ आएगा? Current liabilities में outstanding interest is interest which I need to pay you. Because I have taken 1 lakh loan, I should have paid 12,000 interest. I have paid 9,000 interest. Ma'am, will they say in exam do this? Absolutely no. You have to judge from the problem. Oh, 1 lakh, 12 months interest 12,000. PNL में तो 9 ही है. 3,000 due करना पड़ेगा. No one will say do the adjustment. Ma'am, if they would have said, we would have done. ऐसे नहीं होता ना. Okay. I hope you are applying this and now this is very clear to you. 15th problem. Problem number 15. Clear है आप सबको? Yes. Last one for today. Tomorrow, don't miss the class. You ask any foundation student what comes in exam. Bad debt, provision for bad debt, provision for doubtful debts. और ये ना बड़े गहरे दोस्त हैं. These are all best friends. तो कल इनकी दोस्ती के बारे में जानेंगे. Really, if you want to have a grip on final accounts, and you can use this provision for doubtful debt, bad debt concept anywhere. Same will be the concept of provision for taxation ऐसे. तो इतना important है ये कल. Abhi we will end the class with last adjustment for today, depreciation, which I have already taken a separate chapter. What is the entry when we charge depreciation? Depreciation to asset. What is the first effect? Depreciation is expense debit to P&L account and reduce the value of asset. Journal entry क्या है? Depreciation to asset. ठीक है? Right. चलो साथ में करते हैं. Depreciation to respective asset, or if you create provision for depreciation, fine. Okay. P&L account तो है ही, आपको मालूम ही है. और बैलेंस शीट में asset में से माइनस करेंगे. If depreciation, this is like superb adjustment I did yesterday in branch accounting in interclass. If depreciation is given in the trial balance, still students, from inter level they have buttified. P&L में डेबिट करो depreciation asset. अरे but depreciation is given in trial balance. Means depreciation to asset, this entry is already passed. Depreciation entry is already passed. Okay. Such depreciation will be shown only in the income statement and not in the balance sheet. Depreciation account debit to asset. Asset में से already कम हो चुका है. Then depreciation is appearing in the trial balance. Show depreciation only in the P&L account. Ma'am, you said no, one effect only balance sheet. No thumb rule, please. This time one effect. Can you please underline this in your material? One effect only in the P&L account. Clear to all of you? Chalo. On one machine is purchased for this 1 lakh. 10 lakh. Chalo, 10 lakh. Comma nahi lagaya. And furniture is purchased for 2 lakhs. Write 5% furniture depreciation accounting year. Pass journal entries and show how this will appear in the final accounts. Okay? Right. So 16th problem for depreciation we are doing. Last adjustment for today. Tomorrow we will do bid dates. Yes. Concept of depreciation. I hope with me you all are doing revision because we have already seen journal entries, calculation, quite advanced level of problem with 2-3 machines we have done. This is the very simple. And both the assets are purchased on 1st January. So what is the depreciation on machine? 10 lakhs at the rate of 10%. 1 lakh. And what is the depreciation on furniture? 20,000. 5%. 1,000. 20,000 pay, 5%, 1,000. ठीक है, शुरू करें. Let us pass the journal entry. Depreciation account debit. 20,000 नहीं है, sorry, 2 lakhs का 5% will come to 10,000. Yeah. Depreciation account debit 1,10,000 to machinery. मशीनरी कितना रिड्यूस करेंगे? 1 लाख. टू फर्नीचर कितना रिड्यूस करेंगे? 10,000. मशीनरी यू रिड्यूस बाय 1 लाख. फर्नीचर यू रिड्यूस बाय 10,000. P&L account. Debit side. To depreciation, first effect. Machinery 1 lakh. Furniture 10,000. Machinery 1 lakh, furniture 10,000. Balance sheet. Okay. Balance sheet में we will write fixed assets. Start writing in fixed assets. Machinery. How much is machinery? 10 lakhs. Inner column. Minus depreciation 1 lakh. Outer column 9 lakh. Furniture. Are you all comfortable writing with me? Furniture की वैल्यू कितनी थी? 2 lakhs. Minus depreciation 5%. 10,000. 1,90,000. This is how it will appear. Depreciation. First effect is P&L account. Second effect is minus from the asset. If they give an adjustment. Option 2. If given in trial balance. If they are given in the trial balance. So depreciation to asset is already passed, asset is already reduced. You can write this dialogue. Asset is already reduced. Asset is already reduced. Give one effect in P&L account. Just give only one effect in the P&L account. Is this clear to all of you? I want to scroll back. Today's class was all full of concepts, beautiful concepts. First, I taught you how to write opening entries. Just copy. Literally, I'm saying copy asset side and liability side and do like this. Don't do total, this journal entry. Then we know how to prepare the balance sheet and trading P&L combined. Closing stock. Outstanding expense, two effect, one effect, liability man. Prepaid expense, asset side. Accrued income, income which is due but not received, asset side. Income received in advance, liability side. And depreciation. Anyone who is not getting a grip or not able to write? Clear to all of you, the screen, the zooming, all very clear? You're able to write? Right. So read and come all these adjustments and formats which are given in your material for the trading account P&L balance sheet. One adjustment I will take in the first 15 minutes, provision for bad and doubtful debts, and we will start with the combined problems in the tomorrow's class. Okay? Right. Anyone is having any doubt? Pucho. Keep messaging in the chat box. It's open. I'm seeing that. So there and then I can talk. Right? Thank you so much. Bye-bye all of you. We are completing with the second class. We'll continue tomorrow.